Readings from Neptune Tarot Podcast, a podcast for tarot, mysteries, and pop culture.
Hello, everybody. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm watching somebody's live and it looks like a lady is confronting someone. I don't know, an achievement. My bad. But, sorry, I got distracted. All they're like, what? Okay. But hello, everybody. Welcome back to Readings from Neptune Tarot. This is going to be a pulp culture reading on Keefe, P. Diddy, and Tupac. More on Keefe D. Just because, for those of you who don't know who he is, Keefe D was apparently the one that did the unaliving and the deleting, the assassination of Tupac. He swears it was something that P. Diddy orchestrated. That's all I know. I don't know anything else about how Suge Knight ties into this. How does he not tie into this? But I'm going to get into it. If you want a personal reading or to book one, you can DM me or email me. All that information will be in the description box below, depending on if you're listening to this on Rumble, Spotify, or on YouTube. If you happen to catch this on Facebook, it is pinned on my page. So, all right, let's see. What do we got going on here? Where was Keefe D at when the Tupac Shakur stuff was being said? So Keefe D has a very unhappy family life. He was going through a breakup, possibly not allowed to see his family at the time. Remember, it's all for entertainment purposes only, so... Well, whatever. If I go missing, I blame P. Diddy. All right. So, somebody outed Keefe D or kicked him out of a family or a group because of something he saw, and they decided to let them go, or something they saw and they decided to let him go. So this could have been a Pisces, a Gemini, a Libra, or a Capricorn, strong Capricorn. What did this person see? They saw something for what it actually was, because for a while, Keefe D could have had this person fooled and was like, no, baby. I don't know why I'm hearing baby. So he was probably telling this woman like, no, it ain't that. And knowing what we know about Puff Daddy, again, no se echó. But, yeah, like this person realized that this was like a pointless fight, Page of Swords in the reverse, or they felt like they were being blocked off from the truth for a long time. But now they finally saw what it was. And what is this truth? It was Keefe D hiding. That he was messing around with the Queen of Pentacles and was ordered to backstab this person. So I'm speculating that this guy has made a career off of keeping secrets and taking out stars, if you catch my drift, or this Queen of Pentacles. Because he was definitely being told to do this, but it wasn't by P. Diddy. P. Diddy is being forced to take the fall for somebody else, and B&J could be significant, or maybe Keefe D's baby mama or wife, whoever this is, found out that Keefe D was doing favors for somebody he wasn't supposed to be doing, and I am going that route. He was doing the sexual favors, and this woman could have seen this and been like, I cannot recover from that. Yeah, and that's what caused this to destroy the union. But who is this Queen of Pentacles, and why is she so mysterious? Because this is someone that has a lot of burdens, and if they were to be outed, they would be very upset by it. And so would a community of Satan worshippers too. Mi respetos, but when it comes to Hollyweird, they have to pervert and invert everything. and we just got into a huge fight about this, me and my uncles. He's like, when I tell the family how everyone doing and blah, 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 but tell them that you're up to your stupid conspiracy theories, beep, 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 beep. Me vale madre, me vale, me vale, me vale. Because al final, a mí no me importa, you know, I'm not even going to go there. I'm moving on. This is about Keefe. But, okay. So this is going to sound extremely crazy, but this is why we're here for these pop culture readings, because they couldn't call them something else. But Keefe D was in some sort of a coven that worships the devil because, like, from what I hear in Veracruz, there's a lot of temples that worship Lucifer. And I'm not here to judge or anything like that. I don't pray or worship to him. I only pray to God and Jesus, and that's it. And La Virgen Maria. But here's where me and my uncle got into it, and he still believes that Jeffrey Epstein did kill himself. I'm like, okay, Jeffrey Epstein se mató y el Chapo está porque él quiere. Okay, sobres. But in order for you to get to a certain level of fame, you need to be able to sacrifice and invert, and you have to sacrifice what the devil asks you, not what you want to give the devil. It's what the devil wants to take from you. And a lot of people make these deals thinking that, no, I'm going to master the devil and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, dude, he's a deceiver. And that's that. Like, he's the deceiver. Y ahí muere. Now, this Queen of Pentacles is probably like a high priestess of sorts. And she's the one that is running everything and was orchestrating and put P. Diddy and Keefe D out there to take out Pac. This is someone that needs a lie to be perpetrated so that when the truth comes out as to what really happened, it won't be such a hard pill to swallow, if you catch my drifty drift. So this whole thing that I'm the one that was there, this guy is lying. Yeah, he's lying. He got paid to lie by an earth sign. And it goes back to whoever this high priestess is. So for like oh my gosh, the way the lights went off on the monitor. So for the Paco Stanley one, I got that it was a blonde woman that orchestrated everything because word on the street was he got around. Now, as I'm watching the show on Amazon, I just was presented the blonde woman in the 3rd episode. So I'm not even halfway done with it. So now I'm just like, interesting. But in this case, I'm getting that too, that this woman who is very recluse, she's very hidden. She's an earth sign or has someone that has a lot of money. It's a Pisces with Cancer in their chart in Aries. So this is someone with a lot of money. And then there's Taurus, or Taurus highly aspected in their chart here. Yeah, and she paid this King of Wands to do this. So I don't know what Keefe D's zodiac sign or anything is like that. I'm just reading the energies as cards. But right now he is being let go by this high priestess, by this Queen of Cups. He's being sacrificed because there has been a lot of imbalances financially since they took out the wrong person, or since this whole scandal with P. Diddy's been happening. This organization, this coven, has been having a very unlucky slot of things, and maybe people are not donating money to this church that they adhere to, or cult or whatever. Like, this got very dark. And good thing I took a huge nap before I started this reading, because something told me este va a estar pesadito. Okay, so what else? Yeah, so everyone's trying to make P. Diddy look like the fall guy for Tupac and Biggie, but it's a woman. It is a woman, and I am willing to say that she is a hardcore Satanist. Y es la que está corriendo todo. At least in this portion, in this pocket of like Illuminati or whatever it is you want to call it. And my eye is twitching. I am onto something. Yeah, because this is normally like a corrupt organization, but since I got the High Priestess, the Devil card, the Ace of Wands in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the reverse, brujería y nadie me chinga. I don't do black magic, but I know what it looks like. And like I said, if I was good at any of my money spells, I would not be here. I'd be far, far away. Okay. Yeah, and this is someone that is very strong and very knowledgeable, and they're very high ranking. So if it's masonry, they're 33, but it's not giving masonry, it's giving Satanist. Like, they worship Moloch as well. And I have a deck for that, but every time I touch that deck, I get sick. So I might be regalándolo. All right, but they needed to out Keefe D and P. Diddy to take that. Like, I'm not saying that they're not guilty of doing horrendous things, but them two alone taking out Tupac, nah, no, absolutely not. It was about 9 people that are involved in all of this. 9 people know exactly who the key players are, exactly why it had to happen, who orchestrated it, and the who, the what, the when, the where, the like all of that. 9 people for sure know. 9 to 8 people. Show me the 9. We got a Taurus and Aquarius. A Taurus. Aquarius, 2 Taurus, 2 Aquarius, an Aries, Libra, Capricorn, water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, which is the high priestess that ordered it all to happen. Ace of Wands to the Page of Cups in the reverse. Here we go. It involves minors for sure. Of course. Why wouldn't it? Why would it not involve minors? Yeah. So, Keefe D got outed because he was doing rituals involving minors, and his baby mama and his wife found out. And the Queen of Pentacles, she thought was like, oh, he's cheating on you with this woman. No, it is so much deeper than that. He pledges allegiance to this woman. And this is someone that is not in the public eye. Like, this is someone that definitely, like, runs everything in the background. And everyone thought it was a man. No. It is a woman that is controlling a man. So, like they say, behind every great man, there's a great woman. This woman is bullying this man around, like, behind the scenes. So Keefe D and P. Diddy could have been bullied into, you're taking the fall. And I'm not saying that they're good people. I'm saying in this situation behind closed doors, you two are going to go out. So by the 18th or the 19th, something could be coming around, possibly around February 19th or March 20th. Something's going to be coming back around full circle with Keefe D and P. Diddy. Yeah. And how they just can't let somebody rest in peace. So, like, they keep bringing up this thing with Tupac, and I'm sorry, but I'm looking into Keefe D. Like, what is Keefe D's deal? Like, why can't he just shut up? Like, what I care? Like, yes, we want to know who killed him, but, like, why are you singing now? Because he's trying to avoid being locked up by himself. So right now he's in this, like, if I'm going to go down, everybody's coming with me. That and this woman that he feels like betrayed. Like, this woman made him procure children for rituals, and now that same woman is, like, pushing him and P. Diddy out. So it's like the same person that initiated me is now kicking me out, kind of a deal. Oh my gosh, and the way that flame is going is crazy. Okay, but so that's why he got kicked out. He was going through some family issues, and maybe that's how he joined this occult. It could have also been, I want to throw up talking about this. It could have also been his mother never showed him any love, and this high priestess did of some sort. And with that, she ended up manipulating him and getting him to do all her bidding and all her evil stuff. And I am feeling a huge pain in my stomach, so... I was very small when Tupac and Big E were killed. I do not know what happened. I have not looked into the case as to, like, where he was shot, blah, 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 blah. It does not come out on my TikTok Where You page, and that's how I want to stay, so I can do this reading as blindly as possible and just running on pure intuition here. But this is a man that knows no sense of loyalty and no sense of family, and clearly you can see it now. Like, he's outing out anyone and everybody. It's a wrap. But it's because he never had a stable foundation. I'm not making excuses for it. I'm just explaining it. But alrighty then. So what was Tupac doing that he needed to go? He was just bringing a lot of bad news around, or they saw him as bad news, and that he was blocking people from doing something either ritualistically or from progressing. So they saw him as a huge block in a metaphysical sense and in a physical sense, whether it be he's the better lyricist, he's the better rapper, he's charismatic. Because remember, both him and Biggie were Geminis, and Geminis are ruled by Mercury. Look at Kanye. They can write, they can rap. They're very smart. I don't know why people like to call them stupid. They're not. They're intelligent. And Kanye talks about how he sees patterns in music and then he makes them go backwards. I forgot who told me. It was Misty who told me that, but he talks about the patterns in music, and it's only a very smart person can see that. Or I don't know what sign Pharrell is, but he's the one that can see songs in color. That's a gifted individual. But both Tupac was extremely intelligent, extremely gifted, which is why the really, really, really smart kids are the ones that are always traviesos and traviesas, because what you're teaching the normies, those kids already picked up in a minute or two, and so you're barely showing point A. These kids are, by the time you get to point B, they're already in point Z. So that's why they get bored and empiezan a hacer las travesuras. But these people, since they're very occult and ritualistic, and you're not going to tell me that, yes, you can become famous, rags to riches. That is a lie. Don't ever believe that these rags to riches stories are for real. They're not. They're not. A$AP Rocky was caught saying something about no sé qué, and I was like, dude, there's a picture of your dad in the middle of a pentagram doing a ritual. No manches. No. These people become celebrities because there's somebody in the program already initiated that's willing to give their child up to the system and indoctrinate them to the B system or the B system, whatever you want to call it. Whatever you want to call it. But point is, that's how it works. It's never oh, I was out rapping and this person found me. No, your family somebody had an allegiance to it. Same thing with the movie Us. At the very beginning, I don't know what we were watching, and I was like, nah. Somebody had to make a deal with the tether, because you're not going to be exchanging things with deities, entities, spirits, lo que seas. And that's when you're working with deities and demons and angels, lo que tú quieras. You need to give something as an offering in order for it to work, or in order for them to take over the host, which is you. You have to give them the okay to come in, and you have to agree. It got very dark and very occultish. I agree. But this is what I know, and this is how I know it. So, I'm not saying that he wasn't talented, or neither was Biggie. The ones now, your Ice Spices and your Tylas, those are industry plants. You're not going to tell me that a kindergartner can't write better rhymes than Ice Spice. No me freguen. Now, and she's got the butterfly tattoo as well, which I was just discussing, that all these celebrities have a butterfly tattoo on them because it's part of the MK Ultra program, but that's a different topic for another day. Now, Tupac was in the way, whether it be, like I said, ritualistically, physically, in the astral, whatever, and they just needed to take him out. And this has been a long ongoing secret forever. The secret occult had been watching them between 9 months to 9 days. So I don't know if he was seeing the number 999 a lot. The Hermit is a 9 card. But what year was he shot? Was it 99 or 2000? Or whoever's watching, what year was Tupac shot? Because when I did the Paco Stanley one, that was 1999 too. And I said Paco's death was symbolic, because what were we all worried about in 1999? Y2K. So it was the end of a decade, a century, an era, and a shift of things. Hold on, I'm looking up, when did Tupac get shot? $1996. It was in September, is a 9 month. So Paco Stanley was June 7th, 1989. And 3 years earlier, on September 7th, that's weird, the numbers are flipped. It's 1996. And I keep hearing, it was all a dream. Okay. And yeah, this did happen while he was out in a trip in Las Vegas, because it was a traveling card. And at night, yeah. And the Eight of Cups is the only card that has an eclipse in it. So with his death, a new era was being ushered in. And it was because he refused to do some kind of an offer. Like he refused to be binded. And this was about to be discovered. So I don't know if he was about to leave a record company, if he was about to walk out on Suge or something. And that was later going to be an issue. And we all know how Suge Knight is. And that would have just escalated to where it didn't. Yeah. Maybe he would have ran him over. And look, it's showing the car here where he's at. Another one that was sitting in the car. And bro, right after the car came the death. Yeah. He was shot at a red light, no? On the night of September 7th, 1996, Shakur was shot in a BMW driven by Death Row Records found in Marion, Suge Knight. They were waiting at a red light, near the Las Vegas Strip when a white Cadillac pulled up next to them and gunfire erupted. Shakur was shot multiple times and died within a week at the age of 25. Damn, pobrecito, that chavalón. All right. Yeah, and he said no. So he wasn't going to go for a deal, and that's why they were just like, eliminate him now kind of a deal. And he was killed very unjust and unfairly, and he was not ready to go. He had a lot to accomplish. But what was Pac going to accomplish? I got chills when I said that he wasn't ready to go. He might have like mismanaged some things. He was going to cause a tower for someone, or he was eventually going to leave the rap game because it was fated, possibly within like between 1996 and 2006. He was going to leave. And when you think about it, like all these new rappers were coming out, he was going to go focus on having a more emotionally fulfilling relationship with this Queen of Cups, Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio, and move to like a quiet life. He wasn't going to get married because he wasn't the marrying type. I mean, Geminis are flirty. Their card is the lovers, but he might have done prison time for trying to like do some kind of a robbery of sorts, but he was still going to be okay. Like, he wasn't going to be completely broke, but there was a deal they were going to try to get him to do, and he was just not going to go for it. And the people that were going to offer him this deal, they knew he was not going to go for it. They knew the moment he heard it, he was going to be like, no. And like I said, this could be this older high priestess. It goes back to this older woman. So I don't know if this is someone that knows all the rappers when they were like little, and then now once they make it big, they have to like pay her back or something. But this is someone that he's told no, I don't know how many times to, and she decided to eliminate him before this new cycle began because she felt like he clowned her. But where does P. Diddy come into all this? Because he was losing sleep over not being able to move forward. So a lot of people, like Tupac being alive was blocking a lot of things, okay? And causing a lot of conflict amongst who though? A Gemini, a Cancer, a Libra, and a Leo. Or they felt like things were not going fairly because maybe he was really spiritually protected. So I'm getting, since it's occult practices, they were trying to possibly do magic to block Tupac only to end up blocking themselves. And so I'm assuming maybe they got desperate and were like, get rid of him. But this is over a deal that he was either going to end up walking away from, and things were not going to work out the way they wanted it to. And him being so vocal about things in his life, he was going to speak the truth, and he was going to out this Queen of Pentacles who wants to stay behind the scenes. Yeah. So this Queen of Pentacles is the one that's running everything. So I don't know if it's a masculine and their feminine energy or a woman, but this is someone that does a lot of things out of arrogance. She likes to bully people into relationships, which is all right then, I guess. But it's a form of blocking them. But it's P. Diddy. Yeah, because P. Diddy felt that because of him, Tupac was, he was losing money and that he was secretly messing around with somebody's empress. So I don't know how true that is with the, what's that song called? Hit 'em Up, I think. You claim to be a player, but yeah. And somebody could have found out that this happened while someone was out on tour or while somebody was visiting in the same city. And it really pissed somebody off. He didn't. He just said that to piss Biggie off, and it worked, and to like cause problems in his family. Because that's what I just asked. I was like, upright, he did. Reversal, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, but it did ruin somebody's family, and it caused a lot of problems. No. He was trying to move to calmer waters after that, but it just wasn't working. But why is, like, what's the deal? Like, yeah, no. Because P. Diddy didn't want to get exposed for something as well. Like, P. Diddy's been doing the worst stuff since forever. It's not a secret. Because it was going to cause a lot of imbalances. He didn't want to be outed as a homo thug, like Wendy Williams was calling them, the homo thugs, like the rappers that would beat up people if they were going to out them. And even though it's like, okay. But Tupac already knew fully well that this woman was running things. And I guess she was going to offer him like, hey, if you play your cards right, I'm going to give you riches and all this other stuff. Like, this is a woman that's, they call like artistic and stuff, but they're very hidden still. But they're about to get caught up soon. A bridge. So I don't know if she's like in San Francisco and there's where like she resides, or if she's in Brooklyn. 999. I keep seeing 999. He was gonna complete a cycle, or about to, because 10 is when you complete it. He's not done, so I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up being reincarnated, because no acabó what he was supposed to finish doing here. But this is an earth sign, or this is a woman that has a lot of money that likes to come off as an earth sign, or is cloaking themselves as an earth sign. But in how many years is this woman gonna be outed? In 1 year? What season? Libra season. In Libra season, this woman might be outed as the one who told Keefe to say those things. But why Keefe D and P. Diddy though? Because they didn't want to be let go, or they're being let go because something was being too slow. And King of Wands. Because of all the stuff they would do at their weird parties with all these different people and their family members, they're going to be outed. A family's going to be outed for being involved with P. Diddy and like helping him out and things. Oof, and I think I know which family. Like, everything you could have ever imagined that these elite people do is going to be outed. And it's going to be through this Keefe D, P. Diddy thing. Which is going to be good news for like the children they do things to, because they're not going to be able to do this anymore. And it's going to bring balance. But the betrayal as to why this is happening, like, this is so messed up and convoluted. I'm going to throw the cards again. Because what the hell is this? Like, I would love to do this reading and then be like, hey, CIA, FBI, can I look at the crime docket? Because I have some questions. All I want to see some things. I should have just done the Stanley Kubrick and the NASA one, because that probably would have been a lot easier to do. This one has a lot of players involved. Pues 9 personas and I'm only tapping on 4. There's still 5 people that are not being accounted for, so let's do this again. Alright, but Keefe D and this default woman, we got it. So what else with Keefe D, P. Diddy? Keeping another secret, a secret. So they're keeping the real truth as to what happened a secret. So they're going to lie and say it was West Coast, East Coast, and it was a hit. But the truth is, it was because this man was not going to go for an offer that this woman just wasn't having. And you saw that I picked up the cards again and I shuffled. And it's still coming down in the same pattern. So it's a woman. And maybe a man that likes to dress like a woman. Ooh, I gotta throw that out there. Yeah, and they're trying to avoid exposure. But who is this woman? A dark practitioner. This is someone that casts like illusions, or this is someone they go to so they can do the glamour magic, so they can look beautiful. Because if you like close your eyes and you pray and you're like, God, remove all the glamour magic these celebrities use, you'll see how ugly they really are. Yeah, because they're trying to make it seem like it's a man running everything, but it's a woman. Yeah. P. Diddy might end up having like a death over this to avoid having to answer questions and to be exposed further. Or he might fake his death so he won't go to court. We're on Leo season. We are in Leo season. Yeah, there's going to be like a family scandal with him real soon. Another one, even though it's like, dude, why are you not in jail? Keefe D's being outed for blocking messages. And he's going to go to jail for that. Or he's in prison for hindering a crime scene or something like that. I didn't ask or Google as to why he's in prison. I just know that he's talking a lot and that he swears it was P. Diddy that was there. But was Suge Knight involved in this as well? Yes, he was. Because he didn't want Tupac to realize how he was and make a judgment call and leave. Yeah, so Tupac and P. Diddy, Suge Knight and P. Diddy, even though they're not quote unquote talking, they consider themselves family. And they could have been the one, or Suge was the one that went and got the cops to quit. It's for entertainment purposes only, and if I go missing, you know exactly who to blame. And that's what probably is the missing link. The missing link is that P. Diddy and Suge are friends. And that's how they were able to find out where Tupac was going to be at. Yeah, it was a partnership. Deal, sobres. We shook on it. And it was supposed to balance the things out between East Coast and West Coast and bring justice. Instead, it brought nothing but nightmare and turmoil, and it put the Gemini in the ground and out of work. Alright, so what's going to happen with Keefe D, Suge Knight, and P. Diddy now? They're going to end up fighting and falling out of favor, and they're all going to start turning on each other because an Aries wants to start something new while leaving a Pisces and a Gemini behind, or one of these wants to start something new. Well, one of them's not getting out of prison because he ran somebody over, right? Yeah. But this Queen of Swords is picking, like, this woman is behind the scenes picking it. Tú te vas, tú te vas, tú te vas. And that's the way it goes. someone's going to be gossiping and gossiping. A woman's going to say something about how someone rejected an offer, and that's going to cause a huge fight. And it's when they were younger, or it involves children, like I said. And it's going to break somebody's heart, and they're going to try to get away with this. And it's time to face the music. Someone that has a lot of money was trying to be sneaky and getting away with possibly infecting children with illnesses that is disgusting, with a Pisces or a younger fire sign child. Yeah. And they're going to be blocked out of, the gates are closing, the gates are closing. Yeah, and this woman's kicking these two out of the society. Or these three. Because they were causing too many imbalances, and these people want to restore their creative control over things. Because with this case, we're kind of like blowing open the industry and how stuff really does work behind the scenes. And if everything is out of the bag, we're not going to look up to these rappers, these actors the same way we do. You get me? Even though we shouldn't, because all they do differently is their job. Like, it's just a job. It's nothing else. But somebody is being too emotionally manipulative, and they need to be kicked down. Like, this is someone reminding three people of who the boss really is. And one of them's having a very public downfall over it, and another one's rotting away in prison. Or two of them are rotting away in prison and being like, damn. And it's because they weren't giving this lady her offerings, and it wasn't a secret. Or it's because follow the money is also what I'm hearing. I'm hearing follow the money, and you're going to realize that Suge and Diddy paid each other some kind of money. There was some kind of financial agreement for Tupac to be taken out. And Keefe D could have caught wind of that, or Keefe D was in the middle of it, and that's how he knows. Yeah. Because Tupac was worth more dead than alive. Same thing with Paco Stanley and Biggie. That was the rumor I heard, that Biggie was worth to Diddy more dead than alive. And you can see the evidence of that. Yeah, and they were blaming him for slowing down finances. They were blaming him for slowing down rituals, not participating in rituals, finances. They were just blaming him for everything. And the fact that he wasn't going to compromise himself for money anymore. And maybe that's why he was going to do what like Dave Chappelle did and just walk away and go missing for like 10 years. And he was going to be okay with that because he already accomplished what he needed to accomplish in the rap game. You get me? He wasn't done. When I mean he wasn't done, I don't mean he wasn't done with the rap game. I mean he wasn't done living, because the rap game was already stressing him out, and he was a very smart man. He was thinking intelligently how like the contracts are not for the artist. It's always for the record label, the company, or whoever the powers that be is. You get me? So this has been a crazy, crazy reading. I have goosebumps all over my body. But this man was going to end up being like a healer of sorts. If he was going to end up speaking the truth on the industry. Another person that I hear is involved in this, Tupac called Snoop Dogg a two-face. And if you go watch what Sloan Bella said about Julio Fulio, you'll see how she's a medium. She just channels them. She talks about how Snoop is somehow involved in Julio Fulio's demise and also in Eazy-E's. And a lot of people swear that Snoop was somehow involved with Tupac. And you know what? Let's find out. Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. Or at least he knew about it. Like, he knew about the orchestration of it. But that's because I honestly suspect that guy's CIA. Like, or he did a ritual, because why is it that he's suddenly our mascot when before we would villainize him in the 90s? things that make you go, but I'm going to not tap into this anymore. The next one I'm going to do, because I'm already feeling exhausted. Like, I literally feel like as soon as my head touches that pillow, and that's that I slept from 11 a.m. all the way to like 8 p.m. today. So, but this has been my pop culture reading on Keefe, P. Diddy, and their involvement with the Tupac orchestration. I'm gonna probably leave this as a Spotify only just because if I post this on YouTube, I know I'm gonna get shadow banned. And I shouldn't care because I don't make my money off that anyway. I make it off the clients. But I don't know, man. Truth is stranger than fiction. But I hope you guys are liking this pop culture reading. After the Stanley Kubrick and NASA and Eyes Wide Shut one, I am open to suggestions. I was thinking of doing the Lady Bird Lake one, but I think they already have the name of a suspect because I'm in those pages where they look up evidence and it's like locals from Austin actually doing the footwork since the police is in denial about what's going on over there. But alrighty, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you all enjoyed this and I'm wishing you all the best. Catch me on Mondays at 7:30 a.m. for your weekly horoscopes on Spotify only, and also the transits and astros talking about Neptune retrograde, Pluto retrograde, Neptune in Aries, Saturn retrograde, Chiron retrograde, and Mercury retrograde. And also if you want your weeklies as in fire, air, earth, wind, water, go planet, you can look me up on YouTube and Rumble on Sundays. Wishing you all the best. Bye-bye.